Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin shows still quite a corrective recovery here to the upside in my opinion. Not too much has happened since the last video. Just still want to outline to you that I'm at the moment still focused on lower. We did say in the previous video if we break above the B wave high here at 16,870, at least it would increase the likelihood of going up further. But it is not really the well, it's a signal, but it's not a confirmation, because the move up currently looks rather corrective, really. Yeah, you don't really have an impulsive movement here where you could say it's possibly impulsive, but it rather looks like a three-wave structure. Also, a lot of overlaps here still. So the point is that we are generally still expecting here that fifth wave to the upside. Again, Ethereum looks a little bit stronger at the moment, a little bit clearer, but still also here Ethereum is still not confirmed that we are pushing higher. But they go together, to be honest, yeah. Bitcoin also in this possible diagonal pattern, whereas we can count Ethereum as an impulse. But just to highlight here, the idea that in an ideal world, I would like it to go a bit lower still. So primarily I'm still looking at lower, just because the move here, I mean the C wave, yes, it did get below the A wave low. That's what we normally want. No, it actually didn't. Depending on how I draw it, I could say, okay, B wave was here, this was the C wave, bit messy, and now we are already moving up in a 1, possibly here wave 2 of some sort, and we should, however, then move up in a third wave next. Bear in mind, this micro counting is always a little bit, we need to be flexible with that. Be prepared that these sometimes need to move, you know. This is really the lower level wave count, and as there are, for example, 2 or 3 likely patterns on the higher time frame, there are also at least 2 or 3 here on the lower time frame, and then to figure out the right one, especially if you have just sideways movement, is a bit tricky. So just want to outline to you possibilities. Could very well be this was the B wave high. It could even be that the B wave hasn't been finished yet. That will, however, get unlikely if we break above the 78.6% retracement. So that would be at 16,940. So if we make a sustained break above that level, it would be a good information or confirmation that the wave 5 has started. And the wave 3 here would be obviously the breakout point at 16,986. Unfortunately, we won't really know before, because the move down is not really a clear three-wave structure. It's a bit messy. You know, it could even be an Elliott Wave triangle. That's the problem if you have this sideways movement. It would be nice to have seen, or it would still be nice to see a clear wave 4 down in a very clear AB, and then a C wave would be an impulse. Doesn't look like we're getting that. That makes interpretation a bit difficult. However, it remains my view that as long as we stay, and that's the simple way of looking at it, as long as we're staying above 16,600, we should be pushing higher in the fourth wave. In the fifth wave. And even if we get below that, we would still have a chance to recover as long as we hold above 16,450. They are the two really relevant levels. For me, however, the 16,450 level is the more relevant one. If we drop below that, I've said it before, then I will focus on immediate downside. Then I will have to assume the wave 2 high was already in. So the wave C and the wave 2 were already in, and we're breaking down. We should avoid to break below that level. If we do, we can first move to 15K and then possibly also to around the 14K area. Moving higher here is at the moment still the primary expectation. Targets are 17.1 and 17.6K. It depends on how we react to each level. The way this looks at the moment, looking at the proportions, I would rather be focused on the 17.1K area, because if this really is a diagonal pattern in wave C, then we only get one more wave up in a wave 5 and that's it. And looking at the length and the proportions, I mean, if I take the length, for example, of the wave 3, that's one way of calculating target. I assume, just to assume the low is already in, yeah, you know, the target would be around 17,080 actually, the 61.8% extension. So I think here Bitcoin, the way in all likelihood the way this looks, we won't get to 17.6k, at least not with this wave count. If it does something unexpected, then we may have to adjust the wave count. But from what I see at the moment, how I interpret this, also looking at what Ethereum does, because also there I expect one more leg up. But with Bitcoin, that additional leg up would also finish off that C wave then. And yeah, it's just unrealistic to get, a wave 5 here. Look at the proportions to 17.6k. It just doesn't look right. But yeah, there's nothing else to add really. The breakout points are known. And we just need a bit more patience. Maybe tomorrow we see a little bit more of an interesting day, because today was really just mainly sideways movement. Or yesterday, it's already after midnight. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.